Welcome to this week's Powerback episode. If you are a regular listener, welcome back. And if you are new around here, just so you know, Powerback episodes are like mini 20-minute micro coaching sessions with me. This is a chance for us to talk about a very specific topic, to embrace your energy, and then learn a very grounded, practical way for you to take your next steps. One of the things that I am really, really good at is finding an easier way to do shit. Now, that's not to say that I don't go down the rabbit hole myself. I think it's really important to try different tools, try different techniques, try different strategies to find the one that fits you the best. So yeah, I definitely go down my own version of a rabbit hole. But when I see a place where we can be more efficient, where you can be more streamlined, where you can simplify the shiznit out of something to help give you back your time and your energy, 1000% all in. So on today's Powerback episode, I'm going to give you 5 of my personal favorite tools. These are tools that I use every single day, my team uses every single day, and it helps us to work more efficiently, to work more streamlined, and honestly, just give me back a whole lot of time. If you find yourself really kind of toggling back and forth between things, or like, there could be a better way, this episode is going to be really powerful for you. Before we get into the ins and outs of that, though, I want to let you know that I also share some tools and resources inside the Gutsy Collective, which has a free Facebook group. So I do something called Tool Tuesday to share different tools, different methods, different strategies that I have found to be really powerful, that work really well. And I love to share those with you in case that is something that you're looking for, in case it's a software or a tool that you're not familiar with yet. And I'd like to give you like quick little 3 to 5 minute videos, visual videos on how to use that tool. So if you like efficiency or you're kind of craving some more efficiency, go to LauraAura.com, go to the Gutsy Collective, and that'll lead you to the free Facebook group. All right, let's go ahead and get into this because I've got lots and lots to share with you today. I also want to let you know that the link to all of these tools that I'm sharing with you today are in the show notes. It's going to be at LauraAura.com/resources. So I also like to be super transparent that the link will take you to some affiliate links. If you're not familiar with what that means is if you click on it, you sign up, that company will typically give a credit or something back to the user, me being the user. If you are not comfortable with that, you can simply just go to their primary websites and sign up that way as well. These are tools that I've either been using for years or have recently implemented and fucking love. I use these tools, my team uses these tools, we collaborate using these things. It helps everybody to work more efficiently. It helps everyone to be on the same page. It helps us to be streamlined, consistent, on time, like you name it, and it makes everything in your business so much easier. If you are in a place where you have pen and paper, I definitely recommend writing down some notes because I'm going to share different tidbits and how we use it and how you may want to implement it into your business as well. So let's get into the first one. All right, tool number 1 is for social media posting, scheduling, managing, analytics, the whole 9 yards. So if you are manually going in and scheduling your own post, if you are in that, oh shit moment where you're like, I haven't posted anything today, I need to get in there. If you are looking to track your analytics a little bit more clearly, so you don't have to go to every single platform, Metricool, my friends, Metricool, Metricool. Metricool will change your fucking life. Prior to Metricool, I had been using Hootsuite. I used Hootsuite for a really long time, and I have nothing bad to say about that platform other than Metricool just feels better. It pulls in your analytics that allows you to post across multiple platforms. There's a mobile app, and the interface, like the way that it looks and functions, is just very clean. It's very modern. It's very welcoming. And honestly, it's kind of fun to look at. The other really big difference between Hootsuite and Metricool is the fee. So Hootsuite recently increased their prices, and I got a notification that my annual rate was going to be like $800. And I'm like, hold the phone. Excuse me, Hootsuite, I don't think so. Metricool is like $250 for the year, and it is worth every single cent that they charge. So a couple of different things that Metricool lets you do. It lets you first schedule all of your posts out. Social media is all about planning, being strategic, and being proactive versus reactive. So to get yourself out of that, oh shit, I haven't fucking posted today, Metricool is one of those tools that's going to allow you to sit down, plan out your social media strategy, and then get it scheduled across multiple platforms. If you happen to have multiple different brands or multiple different companies, you can also manage all of them under one umbrella. So when you first log into Metricool, it's going to give you a dashboard. And the dashboard is amazing because you've connected all of your social media accounts. You can also connect your website, by the way. So my website is built on WordPress, and you put the code in there and it basically pulls in your analytics. So when you first log into Metricool, it's showing you what's happening. Other platforms and other different ways, if you want to see what's working and what's not working, you have to go to Instagram, you have to go to TikTok, you have to go to Facebook, you have to go to all of these different, you have to go to LinkedIn. Like, you have to see all of the different platforms to see what is happening. One of the things I love most about Metricool is it pulls all of that, literally all of that, into one dashboard. You can look at everything as a whole, or you can also go down the left-hand side. You can also see the different individual platforms and what's working. So it's telling you about your target audience. It's telling you about your reach. It's telling you about your impressions. It's showing you what your top rated content is across all of your different platforms that you have integrated into it. So not only are you being proactive, not only are you scheduling things out and gaining back your time, but now you can also log into one dashboard and see how all of that is performing. One of the ways I like to use that the most is I can see what my top videos on TikTok are. So I know what's working. I know what people are hungry for, and therefore I can simplistically create more of that type of content. My online business manager recommended this. We were looking at Hootsuite and what to do when the price started to increase. And she was like, hey, look at this tool. I think it's great for all these reasons. What do you think? And it was a literal no fucking brainer. Within 24 hours, I had everything migrated over, canceled my old account, and signed up for Metricool. So if you are looking to streamline your social media, make things really simplistic, there is a free version, by the way. So if you want to try it out before you actually subscribe and purchase it, that is available as well. But like I said, I can manage up to 5 brands for I think it's like $250 a year, and that it is a literal no fucking brainer. All right, let's move on to tool number 2. And this is to help you with some of the logistics of running the legal side and the financial side of your business. One of the big areas where a lot of business owners get really kind of hung up is how to put together a contract, how to send the contract, sending invoices, how do I get paid? How do I keep up with all that? How do I know where my money's coming from? And there's a lot of really great tools. A more robust tool financially is QuickBooks. I'm not going to get into that one today just because it has a lot more bells and whistles. But the tool that I use that is very simple, very clean, and super user-friendly for small business owners is called Honeybook. Before Honeybook, I was using one software to send contracts, one software to send invoices, one software for follow-ups, and it was just like too much shit. So I'm like, okay, there must be an easier way. And I went on the search of Google and found Honeybook. And Honeybook allows you to, one, manage, again, multiple brands. So for me, I use it for LauraAura coaching. I use it for Works and Co-branding, and I also use it for the Aura building, my building, for contracts and people that are renting the space. So I like that you can toggle back and forth between different aspects of your business if that is necessary. The other thing I like is it helps you to set up your contracts. It helps you to look and be more professional. It helps you to streamline the contract process. So there are fields that you can build. You can have different types of contracts for different types of projects and services. And then it also sends the invoice and the payment schedule along with it. So it's like one swipe. So for instance, when someone signs up for coaching with me, you will get a Honeybook link. It's going to take you to the contract to review, to sign and date it and send it back. Once that is signed, dated, and sent back, then it's going to send you a link to pay your first invoice. And then that can be set up on a schedule. You can go in and pay it manually. You can go in and have it like reoccurring. So these are all different features that you get to set up. It also gives you a really great opportunity to brand your contracts, brand your invoices, and really help people to feel like they are part of your business. Another thing I love about this is this tool allows my online business manager to go in and manage these things on my behalf. So if you have a team that helps you with these types of things, or you are looking to expand your team and get your hands out of that pot, Honeybook allows you to have different users that can go in, send the contracts, and manage all that stuff on the back end for you. There's some other bells and whistles that I don't personally use, but you can set up like online categories and online brochures, essentially. So if you have a product list or a service list that has a fixed rate, you can put that in there. You can do upsells, you can do introductions to different types of services that you offer. So it's a really, really robust tool, but is really simple to use. I think that's one of the things that gets kind of hairy, so to speak, with online contracts and invoicing stuff, is like, it just gets really big and really confusing. And so people are like, nope, not for me. I can't do that. Honeybook is very much a plug and play. It walks you through. It's very streamlined. You also notice with all the tools that I recommend with you, like the interface, the way that it looks, the way that it functions, it's very clean, it's very simple, it's very modern. I need the tools that I use to be easy, not complicated. So that's what all of these are. And of course, there is a learning curve, right? I didn't just like come out the gate knowing how to use Honeybook. I had to do some research. I had to set things up. There is some time in setting these tools up. I want to reiterate, there is some time in setting these tools up. However, once they are set up, they work for you instead of against you. So spend the time, get them set up efficiently, get them set up properly, and they will work like a charm. Honeybook has an amazing affiliate program. So if you sign up using my personal link, it will give you 20% off your first full year of using it. I think I pay like $25 a month for this tool. I mean, it's a no-brainer. All right, tool number 3 is for if you schedule a lot of meetings. Meetings online using Zoom, meetings online using different programs, or meetings in person. Here's what typically happens when scheduling a meeting. You send an email, you give a couple dates and times. Then that person comes back with different dates and times. But by the time they get to you, that date and time has already been filled up. So then you give new ones, and then you're back and forth. It's like a game of fucking ping pong. It's frustrating. It takes up a lot of time, and it takes up a lot of your capacity. My absolute hands down would fight in the streets scheduling tool is called Calendly. That is spelled Calendly. Calendly allows you to log in and set up different types of events. So for me personally, I have the Gutsy podcast interview. I have a discovery call. I have an alignment session. I have the different Gutsy Collective, both online and in person, monthly meetup setup. So these are all different types of meetings that people would book with me. Let's use the discovery call as a for instance, because that's the one that most people are utilizing. Discovery call, a exploratory call, whatever your first interaction with a potential client is. So instead of going back and forth, if someone's like, hey, I'm interested in working with you, or on my website, the call to action is to book a discovery call. Instead of going back and forth with emails, messages, DMs, all that kind of shit, all you have to do is set up this event. It lives as long as you want it to live, and you send them the link. So my language goes something along the lines of, can't wait to meet with you. Here's a link to my schedule. Feel free to pick a date and time that works best for you. Now, here's the cool thing about this. Not only does it free up your time and your energy, but it also integrates with your email system. So I use Microsoft Outlook, for instance. Calendly has integration, so it works with all different types of email systems. You can go to their website to find if your email works with it. But basically, my Calendly is linked to my actual calendar, and I set when I am available. For instance, I don't meet people on Mondays. It's no meeting Monday. It's an internal day. It's just, that is mine. I hold that time very sacred. So you will never see a Monday open and available on my Calendly. If I'm off for vacation, if I'm not in the office for a day, I can go in and my team can go in and manually update that. You can also set the days and times that you want to have meetings. So if you really only work well between like 9 a.m. and noon, you can set that time. If it's all day, you can set that time. Like, it just gives you so much flexibility and ownership of your time that holds it sacred. I've also found that it helps to hold me accountable when I'm like, oh, can I squeeze one more in? No, Calendly has spoken. It puts it into my calendar. I've set up buffers so you can say, okay, now that someone has booked Tuesday at 1 o'clock, I have it personally set up that no one can book a half an hour before that or a half an hour after that. So it protects my time and it helps to keep me from overworking and overbooking. Did I also mention that Calendly is a free tool? You can use this completely free. Like, it is so simplistic to use. And also, you can upgrade to the paid plan if you would like for people to book a session or a meeting with you and pay at the same time. So for instance, for the Gutsy Collective, both online and local, there is a small fee. So when people book to come in, they answer their questions, they pay, it goes in the calendar, everybody's happy. Calendly currently does not have an affiliate link. I've asked them 7,000 times, but they don't have that yet. But you can go to calendly.com or again in the resources link in the show notes. Tool number 4 is all about business organization. While this tool is insanely effective if you have a team, whether a team is one other person that helps or 50, this tool can also be used for yourself as well. In our office, we use monday.com, which is a project management system, which doesn't sound very sexy, except it is like the holy grail. It is the central location where everyone knows what's happening, when it's due, who's responsible for it, the notes about it, like everything about everything in the business goes into Monday. So how I personally use it is they're called boards. So you can have a different board for different types of topics or clients. So we have different boards for different clients. We have different boards for the different aspects of our business. And then within each one of those, you can create projects and actions and timelines and put all of the notes. I stress that because here's what ends up happening. You send a bunch of emails back and forth with either your client or your client and team members. There's a lot of different details that need to be reminded of, that need to be remembered, that need to live somewhere, but guess where they're living? In your fucking email. And guess what you're probably doing? Searching the search bar, going into folders, digging, trying to find things, and it is a freaking nightmare. In Monday, let's say that there is a new action item that needs to be done. Something needs to be performed for your client or internally. I also want to stress, you can use this not just for clients, but for yourself. Within that action is a place to put notes. So if a client emails us details, if there is something that needs to be added, if there's something that needs to be reviewed, it goes directly into Monday so that all of those notes, all of the details, all the deadlines, all the files live in one central place. Like it is extremely rare that we go back and forth to try and find something in email anymore. I also love to use this with our team where we help to manage and be proactive about email marketing campaigns and social media and any upcoming events. Me as a speaker, we have an entire board that's about my different speaking opportunities on other podcasts and different events that I'm going to. All the details that are in there, the dates, like all of the just stuff for running a business can live all inside of Monday. It also has a really nice mobile app. It's fantastic on desktop. And you can invite lots of different members. You can have people be able to add things to your board. You can invite clients as temporary users. I mean, it is gold, absolute gold. When your business is organized, everything and everyone gets to work more efficiently. And last but not least, tool number 5 is an amazing tool for communication. Again, this can be used with a team. This can be used with clients. This can be used with prospects, people that you're reaching out to. I absolutely love the tool called Vidyard. It's Vidyard. There's some very similar other tools. I think Loom is another one. There's a lot of different tools, but I've been using Vidyard for a couple of years now. And what I love about it is it integrates into my Chrome. So there's a plugin that I just click. I don't have to like go do a bunch of stuff. But there's also a desktop version as well. The way that I use Vidyard the most is it's like I need to communicate something and it's more than an email, but it's less than a meeting. Like there's some stuff that I need to say, but we don't need to like block out a time to go over it. Vidyard is basically a recording tool. So you can record your desktop, you can record your face, or you can record your desktop and a little tiny version of your face in the corner. This is great when you're reviewing things, when you're having a short conversation, when you want to go over details and share a screen to like talk about a specific area or just to help someone to be a little bit more visual. I also love to use it as a prospecting tool when I'm going to be on other people's podcasts, when I want to work with somebody, when I'm introducing myself. I love to record like a 30 or 45-second video and send it off in a link. It increases the conversion so much. It gives people an opportunity to like actually meet me other than just the type word. And I found that it just humanizes business, right? Like how many cold emails do you get? How many, opportunities do you get that kind of comes out of the blue when you can actually put the sound of the voice, the visual of the face together with that? It really, really makes a big difference. Vidyard has a paid version, but also a free version. So if you want to test it out, see how you like it, it's also super inexpensive, a couple $100 for the year to be able to use this tool. But that also allows you to brand the tool. It allows you to put a link inside the videos and some other cool features. And by the way, it also gives you analytics. So when someone clicks on your link to watch your video, you get a notification. So you know if people are watching the videos that you're sending out. So I know that that was kind of a crash course. These are the high notes of these different tools. But again, these are tried and true on my side. I also want to point out that like, if these don't work for you, don't force it. There are lots of different versions of lots of different types of tools. And I think one of the most important things to know when you are looking for a new tool for your business is, what do you need it to do? If you know what you need it to do first, then going out and finding the right tool, the right fit, the right subscription is going to be 10,000 times easier. It's also going to help you from overcommitting and buying into a subscription with a bunch of fucking bells and whistles that you simply do not need. The second thing, and I mentioned this earlier, but I want to say it again, is that one of the most important parts of this is giving yourself the time and the grace to set up these tools properly from the beginning. It takes time. It takes energy, it takes intention, but I can promise you that if you spend a couple of hours getting these different types of tools set up in your business, they will help you run so much more efficiently. And again, if you want to just kind of stay up to date with different types of tools, and if I'm using something that I think that may benefit you, I love to share those things inside of the Gutsy Collective. You can go to LauraAura.com, click on the Gutsy Collective, and it will take you to the magically free Facebook page. All right, my friends, next Tuesday's episode of the Gutsy Podcast, episode 152, is about being an energetically aligned leader. Look, when you are energetically driven, when you are empathetic, when you feel the feels, leading a team can sometimes be a little bit tricky. So next week's guest, Nina Simmons, is going to talk about finding and leaning into your own unique version of empathetic and energetically aligned leadership. If you want some daily swift kicks in the mental ass, I play the most on TikTok and Instagram. You can find me using @thatLauraAura. And as always, until I see you next time, stay gutsy.